Good evening, welcome back, it's Matt Rogers. Now, it is still the 6th of the 10th, 2017. And also, what I've done is, I've got excellent, fantastic images that have come in from fantastic people from all across the world, showing you yet again more proof that our skies have changed and we're seeing more light sources, more colours in the sky that we haven't seen before. And we have some information as well about earthquakes and also webcam footage as well, showing you the skies have changed and the colour and the darkness of the skies. There is a lot of information coming in, and I will continue to still show you these truthful images and also the information that the news media does not want to explain or want to come out, because they don't want the mass to be awake to the truth. There is a huge problem out there in our solar system, and it's heating up the other planets. Everything is heating up. Space weather has got very bad as well. Now here in the northern hemisphere they are spraying the skies heavily, and we are also getting reports from many parts of the world as well, so please enjoy this footage. First of all, I just want to show you this piece of footage that was released a couple of days ago by the news media. Now this is a stage rehearsal. This is fake. Now what they're doing is trying to dumb down the public. All this that you see on the screen with Miss Theresa May is a play act, rehearsed. They know that this situation is coming, and also they're spending lots of money, our public money, using those chem planes to spray our skies. They've run out of money, the government have here, and it's all just a hoax. Look at the way that she's doing this. This is acting. We have to wake up to the truth, because our skies are being hammered all the time, and they just want people, the members of the public you can see on the screen now, to just be blinded to the truth. Okay, now I've come across a webcam image from Austria. There is something that's there. Can you see on the screen? It's very dim, isn't it? You can clearly see there's an object, but also, which is quite strange, there's something else as well. There's another sort of reflection behind it, another huge object or something. This can't be the moon, it's too dark. Something else here as well. Just looked very strange on this webcam, and also I've picked this up as well, pointing northeast. And I do keep an eye on this observation webcam as well. Many other webcams are showing similar images. Now I've had many reports as well that the moon seemed very bright, very light in the night sky since last night. Here in the UK I observed this. So I go out through the night taking images of the skies, and I noticed that the moon was ever so bright. Now people state as well it's a harvest moon, but this time last year when I spotted the moon it was a lot dimmer. It wasn't as bright as it is now. So I truly believe as well that there is a heavenly body that's reflecting, and it is brightening up our known celestial objects, because people say that it is quite normal for the moon to do this. But we noticed as well, didn't we, a few months back, that Venus was very, very bright in the sky. Many of the other celestial bodies are lightening up, brightening up, because the Nibiru system is affecting all the other celestial bodies, heating them up. Now, for these past 2 years, the moon has become very bright. And also, these past couple of weeks as well, the moon has become more evident that they are chemtrailing that area of the sky to cover up so we can't see the moon. We had a fantastic image from Africa. We've had other images come through as well from America and Australia, showing that the moon is being heavily chemtrailed. So I'm going to keep an eye on this webcam as well, and let's move to another webcam. Okay, this is another Austria webcam. Now, I'm looking on the screen, okay, and I'm noticing the same object that we saw in the night skies on the first image you just saw seconds ago. Now, what intrigued me about this image is that the sky is very dark here to the left hand side. We're seeing a pink reflection on these buildings at the top here, and also a pink reflection as well on this cloud system. Look at this pink reflection down here as well above the mountains, and we're seeing this white reflection from the Sol, the sun, that's changed colour. Now what we see is here is the same sort of object that we saw on the other photograph. Can you see this reflection here, and also this here as well, pink reflection? It just looked very spectacular, because can you see how it stops behind the haze of the Sol? Stops here and here, so it's like it's behind all this plasma. Just looked very interesting. Again, just being observant and noticing other objects. I don't believe this to be the moon, something else, isn't it? So again, we just got to keep researching. It could be anything, couldn't it? But it does look very strange, doesn't it? This is another webcam pointing northeast in Austria. Now, yes, we see just blue skies there, but through the day, look at the timestamp, 12:11. Now, I'm going to go through the cam, okay, and you'll see how dark it gets. Can you see it's starting to get dark? It's now 1:18 p.m. Skies are starting to dim as the Sol, the sun, with the simulator will be up here in the sky. You can see the reflection from the Sol here and here. Let me just go through the cam. Now, look at the time now, 2:24. Look how dark it's got. The sky colour has changed and everything's got dim. Look how dark this reflection is on this camera, proving as well, okay, that the many images that are coming in from subscribers all across the world are not doing camera trickery. They're not putting a lens or a pair of sunglasses in front of their mobile phone. They are showing you the true images of the dark skies. Now, when I go through cam again, you can see again the sky is still very dark. Look to the right hand side, there's a dark shadow. Very strange. We see this as well in the UK. Now, can you see this here as well? There's something that's here. 15:28. Let's go through the cam as well. Now, can you see this pink fleck that you see on the screen? This is the Sol, okay? Now the colour has changed, doesn't it? It's become very white. We've seen the evidence from other photographs around the world. Look how dark it is either side. Now, this is lens flare, okay? And it is just surreal, isn't it? That, again, very spectacular that we're seeing dark skies either side of the Sol. It shouldn't be like this. It should be nice and bright. Just more evidence, isn't it, that there's something that's wrong. Again, look at all these chemtrails and also this pink reflection that's coming through. So let's try another cam now. This is another webcam that's in Austria as well. I'm just looking at the Austria cams at the moment because we're seeing some very strange skies, but you can see again the sun has changed colour. Look how white it is. Now, to the right hand side as well, you can see harp that's playing hard. Look at the state of this toxic waste, again chemtrails, that produce into a grey haze, moves closer towards this area. This is not the Sol that you see. This is a simulator that's in front of it. Can you also see another reflection on the horizon? Here as well is part of chemtrails. Natural clouds just being pushed down. See that white reflection? Normally you would see a golden reflection in the past. Let's just flick through this cam on the next stage. Now, as this object is going down, you can see how bright it is, can't you? Look at the dark skies, and again, all chemtrails. So it's just evident because this cam is brand new. It's just coming out now, these images. So they are just doing it still to this day. And as I showed you that footage on the Theresa May speech, they're just biding time. They really are biding time because they know what they're doing. They're using our taxpayers' money to work, to build underground, to look after themselves. Now what we're seeing on the news media is just acting. They're just acting to try and dumb the public down. They're doing this in all the countries. Again, this is a huge agenda. Okay, I've got this image that you can see on the screen. Another image from Austria, and I just want to show you this. Now look at the timestamp. Here you've got 1528. Now this is just come in as well recently. Yes, this is lens flare, okay? But look on the screen. The skies are still bright, aren't they? You can see this object reflecting on the water here, but look at the reflection on the buildings. Now it is quite dim still, isn't it, on this photograph? Now when I move to the next image on this webcam, I want you to see how dark it gets about close to 4 p.m. Now it shouldn't get this dark. Watch this. Now look at the reflection now. Look at the time. And look how dark it's got. Look at the dark blue sky next to blackness, isn't it? This white object again. The whole sky is dimmed because we've got a huge object that's reflecting and also causing a huge shadow in our skies. Wormwood. It's made its way back. And we've spoke about this many a times. And I've messaged a lot of people, and they also see this huge shadow through the day. It is happening. We all know that there's a huge problem. And we all know the government are just playing tricks. So I'm going to go to another webcam image for all of you. Okay, we've got another webcam that I'm going to show you as well. On the screen first you will see droplets of rain. We see these on webcams around the world. We see spiders and also sorts of different insects, flies and things. We've just got to forget about that and focus on the real photographs. Now look at the time, it's 7:30 a.m. in the morning, and I'm going to move the cam to the next piece of footage, the photo. You will see a very strange colour in the sky, not from the Sol. Now we've seen this lemony yellow colour on the NASA cams. Look at the colour, can you see this? 8:31. The colours have changed. This colour you see, this lemon yellow colour, is from another object reflecting in our skies. When I go through the cam as well, yes, you see this here is just lens flare as you see the Sol that's coming up. Look at all this yellowness here as well. Two colours. You can see the colour of the Sol reflecting on these clouds, but look at this yellow reflection in the foreground. Look at this, look. And look how dark the skies are. Now it's 10:33 a.m. Look on the land, look at the skies. Very, very dark. Now, I apologise for saying this, but what I'm saying is that the skies are dimming. There's something that's out there that's reflecting, and we are seeing that there is other objects that are reflecting everywhere now. We're seeing different colours. There's many images showing these colours as well. This is another webcam that's showing evidence that there is a dark reflection shadow to the right hand side of the Sol. And look how they control the HARP clouds to catch it, to get to it, to cover it. This is so evident, this webcam. So I'm going to go through it. Look at the timestamp as well, here. I'm going to go through the cam and you will see this. Now, look here. Can you see where they're moving these clouds? Look at the dark shadow behind it. Can you see this dark shadow? Blue skies to the right hand side and this dark shadow. Now, we do get some lens flare from the camera, okay? from the Sol, but you can still catch that dark shadow to the right hand side. This dark shadow, can you see this? Just forget about all these markings because this is just part of the lens flare. We're looking at the dark shadow to the right hand side. Can you see again? Here is this white object. This is all chemtrail. This is also a HAARP cloud that's come into play. Look how fast it's moved. And look at this dark patch to the right hand side. Look at the blue sky. But we're looking at this dark reflection, this dark shadow. There is something that's coming in. Look how dark it is. Look at these. We know these are not natural clouds. They're there to cover the truth. This is nothing to do with geoengineering. This is to do with pulling the wool over the public's eyes. Look at the natural clouds being pushed down. It's far too dark around the area of the Sol. Too bright this object is. This is another image from another Austrian cam. Now, we are noticing this on other photographs coming in. Look at this reflection again. And it's very, very red. Look at the chemtrails again and this white object. Huge reflection there that's coming through. Okay, this is another cam from Austria because I thought I'd focus on these webcams. It's very important. Now, when you see that simulator that rises in the sky, you will see this is far too white again, not to be our Sol. But this has been very, very caught. Now we can see the dark shadow around the simulator. There's no halo, just this dark shadow that's been caught on this webcam. Because this is what they do. They cause this halo and all this chemtrailing and HAARP to cover this area of this dark shadow. So watch this rise. It's very important because you will see a huge shadow that's around the outer area of this simulator. Can you see this now? It's very, very dark to the right hand side. Up here as well. Now, we know this is lens flare. Let's not be fooled by this. We're seeing this white object as well. I'm going to move the footage across. And again, you can see this dark shadow either side. This is what we see in the skies. And this is what they do. They chemtrail to hide this in bigger populated areas. Again, look how dark the sky is here as well. We see this simulator, dark skies. Now, look here, blue skies, and a dark area. Can you see this? This is what they hide. In larger city areas, when people look up, they see the halo. But they haven't done anything here on this. I mean, it is far too dark, proving that there is a huge shadow. Can you see this again? Either side, a dark shadow in the skies. You can see it again, here to here. Very, very dark and dim. There's no dark shadow on the road. There's nothing, no camera trickery on this webcam. You can see that it's in the skies behind these cloud systems. Huge dark shadow. As we've got an object that's very big, bigger than Mother Earth, and it's huge and it's coming in. These dark shadows are very much stronger now. And then you see this clouding that's covering it up. So it's just showing that the skies are dimming. When the Sol goes down, all the skies become dark, and when it rises, again, look at the time. We've said this on people's fantastic photographs. Round about these times of the day, the afternoon, you will see the dark sky, the dark patch, when they use HAARP to also, with the chemtrails, to cover everything, a blanket of chems. We've seen this from Boston, Arizona, Australia, and many other parts of the world. They use HAARP to hide this dark shadow. Also, on this next image on this webcam, you can still see this shadow, can't you? Look at the blue sky here to the left-hand side. It wasn't like this before. The normal Sol would just be blue skies. Let me move to the next image as well. Can you see how it gets black around this area? It isn't right, is it? There's something wrong. Look at the shadows again. Chemtrails following the area towards the area of this simulator, the Sol. Everything is being manipulated. And you can see again, blue skies to the left-hand side, dark patches to the right side as the Sol goes down. This image as well, you can see the timestamp just up there, and the area of the moon, as you can clearly see, is far too bright. So something is reflecting on the moon. There is a huge light source that's out there that's reflecting on it. So again, we've just got to keep an eye on this. Just as before in the past, the moon wasn't as bright as this. No way. It was much more dimmer in our skies. Okay, this is the last webcam image for this evening, and I just want to show you this. You can see like two reflections going down. First one on the horizon down here, and you've still got this light source that's from the simulator, this white colour in the sky. So I'm going to go through this for you now. Okay, can you see this area here? Look at this haze, this colour in the skies, very dim as well. This is something else that's reflecting. Look at this pink haze, and as it goes down on the horizon, you'll see this here to the right side, and we go through the cam. Can you see now this other colour in the sky, this white reflection from this object? Again, look at this. The timestamp there is 10:26 AM, and then look at this. It's just thick with I mean, look at this. I'll just go back. Can you see the two colours? Here, and then here, and goes down. Very strange, isn't it? And then you can see the colour here as well, from another object. So, I'm gonna go now, and I will be back very shortly with another video of lots and lots of images from subscribers right across the world. I will sort out this publication and I will produce it on video. So please, all of you, take care, because we are seeing very strange skies right now. From Matt Rogers.